For a few years now, there's been an air leak in the Russian segment of the International Space Station. Of course, they're trying to find a solution, but so far it hasn't been easy. This leak was first discovered in 2019 in a part of the module called PRK. This part of the station is a small space that connects to a docking port. But earlier this year, the situation got worse. The rate of airflow doubled. And by April, it was leaking 1.7 kilograms of air every day, the highest it's ever been. And in June, NASA marked this as a top-level risk, meaning it's all hands on deck now to try to fix it. In September, NASA did say that they made progress, and they slowed the leak down by about 1/3. But the bottom line still remains. Even though less air is leaking now, the leak is very much still present. So far, they have some theories. Mainly, that it might be some bad welding that's causing this. But the larger question is, what happens if this leak keeps getting worse? Will other areas of the ISS also be affected? For now, there's a temporary solution. When the PRK isn't being used, they keep the hatch closed to contain the leak. But the main problem is that they can't permanently close it because it's used for docking certain spacecrafts. And closing it off would mean losing a key part of the ISS. And if this was the only issue out there, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But there's other concerns too. The ISS has been in orbit for over 2 decades now, so it needs spare parts for repairs. On top of that, Boeing Starliner was supposed to be the spacecraft that carried crew to and from the station, and we all know how unreliable Boeing has been. But maybe the biggest concern is, what will we do with the ISS when it reaches the end of its operational life? NASA is trying to plan for this. They give Spacex a contract to build a vehicle that can safely guide the ISS down to Earth. But of course, budgeting and scheduling risks are making this a difficult endeavor as well. It might be more than a decade before this finally happens. It just seems like there's so many issues, and sadly, there's no quick fix for anything, and the future of the ISS depends on managing all of these challenges. Overall, this is a big moment for the space station as it slowly approaches the end of its era, and everyone is watching closely to see what happens next. As always, like and subscribe for more updates.